Hello, 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 everyone. This is Tiffany with Healthy Passions. I just want to get a quick recording in today. I do apologize for the delay, but we had some other things scheduled today. That's why I wasn't able to get this out as early as I would have liked. I am going to stop apologizing for the time, but as you know, I am self employed. So, depending on what my schedule is for that day, it will be consistent on the day, but the time I'll try to get them out by 7, but until then, I'm just going to stop apologizing for the time because I have to do what I have to do when it's scheduled. All right. So, if you do not know me, my name is Tiffany. I am a certified personal trainer, certified wellness coach, and a certified energy healer. By birth, I am an oracle, prophetess, and a natural healer. Today's topic is going to be a topic that's talked about pretty often, but I want to bring it to a different level that most chosen ones do not see or notice until either way later or ever. So I want to talk about the chosen ones being blocked out of like society and success, and especially in their earlier stages of the journey. So everything starts at home within the household. So we're going to start with the family. Okay. So, chosen ones being blocked out, and we're starting with the family, and then we'll go outside of the family into society. All right. So, the first thing I want you to know, there is always going to be a witch or a warlock or some type of Masonic person or even secret society or occultic person in every family. You may not know who they are off top. They may not make their presence known, but in each family, there's at least one or two. Um, you will find that it could be a woman or a man, doesn't matter, but there will be like a head of a family. Some of them are active, and you can tell that they're into something and that they're overtly leading the family. Some of them are really passive, but passive aggressive almost in a way. They don't show their hand. They don't show that they are the ones pulling the strings. They rather use other family members as puppets to pull the strings. So that's very common as well. So you can have either or. In my family, on one side there is an overt one, but on the other side there is a covert one. All right. And I will say on one side it's a man and on the other side it's a woman. So it could be either or. Take out these gender roles. All right. We're looking more at status versus gender. All right. So you have a witch or a wizard in a family. If they're not a witch or a wizard, they would be like a mason or secret society member or cult member. All right. So knowledge of the chosen one's birth. So these leaders in the family always and will always um, look at the birth charts of people that are born within the family. So every time that there is knowledge of someone being pregnant or a baby on the way, they will look into the birth chart of each member that is born because they are specifically looking for a person born in the bloodline that's going to be outside of the demonic covenant. Someone who is what we call the chosen one of a family. You can always have one, sometimes two. It is very rare to have two, but usually it's just one person. They don't know when that person is going to be born or to whom that person is going to be born. So they have to check the birth charts and destinies of each one. There are ways to do this. You can go online and check that out if that's your if your anointing covers the grace for that. But if not, just kind of bear with me here on the information. I do always advise that people check out what I am saying or what anyone is saying. The Bible says to test the spirit to make sure that that spirit is coming from the Most High God. All right. Now, like I said, they check birth charts. These people are not going to outwardly show that they are doing witchcraft or that they are checking birth charts and astrology. They're not going to outwardly show that they are a part of a secret society. That is the point of it. You hear the word secret, that's what it is. All right. Now, as they check the birth chart and they discover, they usually know before you're born, but sometimes they know right after you're born. So as a baby, they have knowledge of this. All right. So that demonic entity tracks each member of the family being born to make sure to see when that chosen one is coming through. All right. Now, once they detect that a chosen one is coming through a family bloodline, they are contracted to destroy the chosen one before they come into their powers or their purpose. So the goal here is to destroy that chosen one before they have knowledge of who they are and what they're here to do, and before they master their spiritual gifts. Okay, so a lot of times you hear people say that when they do their testimonies of abuse or anything like that, they say it usually happens under the age of 12, and that would be correct because Satan starts early to attack chosen ones. um, he wants to destroy them before they even come into their own, before they even know who they are. So a lot of times that's why the trauma and the abuse is going to be before 12. All right. You might find also too, like you might have had a normal childhood, but around 8, 9, 10, and 12, it might have increased and then slowly increasing as you become a teenager and then a young adult. That's usually more common. All right. So once they put that hit out for you, it's a contract that they make with the entities that control the bloodline curse. Well, I wouldn't call it a curse just yet. The bloodline contract that they have with demonic entities for resources and survival status and certain jobs in the community, things like that. That's what they trade it off for. Now, bloodline family will protect the demonic covenant and they will reject the chosen one, uh, which we call the bridge maker. The chosen one is called the bridge maker. The Most High calls us the bridge maker, meaning that we are the ones to bridge in the gap between the demonic covenant family as well as the Most High Yah. So we are to break the curses, break the contract, and then pull our families to the Most High Yah so that He can restore the bloodline. Now, a lot of times it's a lot of family members against one. Sometimes they come, you might get one or two family members to break the covenant, but most likely a lot of them stay in that covenant, from my knowledge, from what I see. All right. So when they detect who the chosen one is, this is what they do. This is how they decide to break them down. And they start at a very young age. It'll come in forms of betrayal, stolen legacy. They'll steal resources from the chosen one. They'll destroy the chosen one mentally and spiritually, starting at an early age. Refuse to support in any way. Like that is a given rule. They will not support you in any way, whether it's going to your school functions, whether it is supporting you in your schoolwork, whether it's supporting you in your businesses and any type of projects that you have going on. They will refuse to support you. They deprive the chosen one of love. Like you will see them showing love to one another as family, but not to you. They refuse to show it to you, and it's an unspoken rule. They all do it. Even the ones that do care for you, they still stay on code. All right. So they will refuse and deprive the chosen one of love, respect, and life skills. They purposely do not teach you life skills. And if they do teach you life skills, they make sure that they teach you wrong. Now that usually starts within the home, within a parent. You will either have one or maybe even both parents are narcissistic, but you will definitely have at least one narcissist parent who makes sure that they teach you all the wrong values and make sure that they teach you no life skills so that you can succeed in life. They want you to fail. Okay? Now, after you come a little bit of age and you start to kind of realize what's going on and how things are really messed up, you'll start to speak out against the family and tell them where they're going wrong. You'll tell them where they're doing you wrong. And then the family will start to gaslight you. They will outright lie to you and purposely teach you toxic, toxicity. Like they will teach you toxic things. They don't teach you normal things in order to function well in life. They'll teach you bad morals and heavily gang stalk you. Now, remember I said they won't support you. However, they all, on code, will watch you, whether in person or online. They will watch your life and see how you progress. They're watching to see if their spell work is working against you. They will watch to see if you are failing in life. They will watch to see if you are succeeding in life. But they will not say anything, nor will they help you. So don't depend on your family for help. Your bloodline family, don't depend on them for that. Um, Now, it's safe to say that all of them always stick to code. Some of them will be like, hey, this is wrong. I'm going to help this person every once in a while. But even those people still stay on code. They will do it privately. They don't want anyone in the family to know that they help, because if they do help and the family finds out, they will start attacking that person. All right. So none of them speak to you for no reason. You don't have to do anything. They will, however, lie about you. They will pass rumors about you. They will make up anything about you to make you seem like a horrible person to keep other family members who are not as familiar with you away from you. All right? But no matter what the case is, they all watch you. They watch you heavily. Okay? All right. So the family witch or wizard in the family has chased you to be, they have chose you to be the sacrifice for the demonic entity that they are serving in their demonic covenants. So somewhere along your bloodline, whether it was a long time ago or even just a generation back, someone made a covenant with a demonic entity, and they choose certain people to sacrifice in the family. Remember, I said they show love to one another, so they're not going to choose someone they absolutely love. They're going to choose the chosen one that they want out the picture, which a lot of times the family does not love you. Don't. If they do, they are trying hard to pretend. A lot of times they don't love you. If they do love you, they still sacrifice you, because somebody's got to go. Why not be the person who can break the covenant of the resources that they're getting, of the riches that they're getting, or whatever they decided to be gifted in from the entity, from the demonic contract, and trade for the souls of their family. They're going to take you out to keep it going, because that demonic entity demands blood. Okay, so they'll do this sacrifice in one of two ways. They will treat you so bad and tell you from a young age that you're not about nothing, that you're this, you're that, to where you may, there's several routes chosen to go. You may either get into addictions like drugs and alcohol. Some chosen ones get into sexual promiscuity. Not everyone does that one, but you'll get into certain things to where you feel so low on yourself that they cause you to get to a point to where you're suicidal, where you're debating on deleting yourself, or one of them will take you out. So those sayings where it says sometimes your family is worse than your worst enemy, that is true. They will take you out in order to keep that covenant going. All right. If the family fails to destroy or delete the chosen one off the planet, then they reach out into society. Remember, I told you these people are a part of certain groups and organizations, right? So they'll go into society. The chosen one will go into society, sometimes still not even knowing that they're being attacked in this way. And those groups that your family member is a part of will then come after you through society. So each family has an association with an occult group, sororities, fraternities, with um, witch covens, satanic churches, Illuminati, and family orders. Right, so they have secret groups that they're a part of. Now, most of us judge celebrities for this type of behavior. We judge them. We're like, oh, they're a part of a secret society and they're making sacrifices, and we'll have comments and things for them, and we'll bring smokes and gossip about them, not realizing that the very same people are in your families. They sell their souls to entities too. They may make a lesser contract and um, of gifts if they're gifted out. They may not be rich or anything like that, but they sold their soul for cheaper and they sold you out for less. So it's more offensive coming from your family, right? So keep that same energy for your family members who have done the same thing that celebrities do. Not every family member is against you, but they are all still on code not to support you in anything. They don't respect you, and they, like I said, they won't support you anyway. And those people that kind of sit on the sidelines, but they're still on code, gang stalking you, not helping or not saying anything in your defense, God still sees them as guilty. Okay, they're just as guilty as the family members perpetrating the acts. All right, so the second part of this video is going to be about the society side of it. So if the family fails to delete the chosen one for the covenant, demonic covenant that they have, like we said, we go into society. So when the family fails, we have organizations. Realize that they will benefit from your spiritual gifts. Because if you are strong enough to make it past your parents, your aunts and uncles and cousins and all your family members, and you have been through a lot at this point and you have still overcome, and you have time to come into yourself, come into your power, become to come into your spiritual gifts, so you learn how to use it and you develop talent and you have super God energy on you, like the Holy Spirit walking with you. These organizations, like I said, they monitor you from birth. So these organizations want to recruit you after a while. So it's like, it's the concept of, if you can't beat them, join them. They want you to join their organization because they realize, okay, we can't easily take this person out, but we could benefit from their spiritual gifts and the blessing on their life, the favor that they have. So they will gang stalk you even heavier than your family, which your family gang stalks you pretty bad, but the society people will do it more heavily as well, and they will come after you. Um, Now, I'm gonna tell you a story. When I was in college, I would say the end of my second year. When I first came to college, I tested really high on the placement test. Right? They look at the things. They look at those things from when you start until when you finish. And I tested so high that they didn't know where to start me in college. They didn't know where, what classes to put me in or whatever the case may be. So I said, well, here, let me take my basics and then I'll see what I'm good at. And then from there, I'll decide what my major will be. So about the second year, I decided what my major would be. I went into criminal justice, and which makes sense, my personality. I went into criminal justice, and in that criminal justice platform for me to graduate into my graduation plan, I had to take an African American course, African American history. And it was a white male that was teaching the course. Good teacher. I didn't have a problem with the class. I rather enjoyed it. But towards the middle of the semester, he started to notice how high my grades were, not just in that class, but in all my other classes. So he took an interest in all of my other courses as well, to see how high I was scoring in all my classes. I was doing fairly well. And he started to casually mention, hey, you should join a sorority. And I was naturally turned off from sororities. I'm not interested in sororities, never have been, never will be. And I thank God I didn't know about what sororities are all about then, but I also had a heavy aversion to them. Like, I didn't want to be a part of the group. So I'm so glad at that time that I naturally did not want to be a part of one, even without knowing much about them. And so he was gang stop me every day. Like every time I came to his class, he would hold me after class and like, yeah, you should try this sorority, that sorority. They want you, they want you. And he would start harassing me, even outside of our classroom, and he would want me to join this sorority. And he kept having my other teachers. He started talking to my other teachers to where they would bring up these sororities that wanted me to join them. And I was just very turned off. It was at that point where I was turned off. I went another semester after that, and I wasn't too far, almost done with my associate's degree. And I was like, you know what? I'm not. This college is not for me. It was the work was too easy, and the harassment was too vast. So they would try to get me to join, but when I would reject them and tell them no, he would threaten me and be like, "Well, I'm going to fail you in my class, and I'm going to have your other teachers fail you." So I realized the game was rigged, and I was out of it. I did not want to be a part of the top 10% of black people who I call the black boule, but who get the perks of society while the other 90% of blacks suffer. Nope, I'd rather be with my people and just suffer than have these type of privileges. I was so averse to the sorority and fraternity type life. And because of that, they started to kind of threaten me on my grades and things like that. So I just left. I educated myself and I just left. And and I did fine. I was 3 months shy. I mean, excuse me, 3 credits shy of getting my degree. At that point, I finally just left. So after about 3.5 years wasted in college, right? Not saying that people waste their time in college, but the game is rigged. If you know, you know. All right, so that was my college story of how these fraternities and these secret society groups stalk you. They watch you throughout your life and they watch your accomplishments and how talented you are, and they try to recruit you. So if they can't recruit you, they'll try to destroy you. So this is how it follows you into society. Most likely, um, you will be forced at some point to leave, especially your hometown, because that's where they know of you the most, because they have the information from your family, they have the information of how you live your life, they have reports of your grades, the jobs you have, and those people are set in those positions to harass you. So these groups will be on, like, these are people that are in control of, like, the churches. They will be in control of They'll be in control of the churches, your jobs, your society, your schools, your colleges, your local and government offices. So they have access to your records, and they can penalize you for not joining, right? So let me finish this up because I'm getting to the point where I am ready to eat. Um, so I'm ready to get off of here. So let's make sure we finish each point. So another thing is, if they want you, they will come to you, um, and they'll come for you hard. You must resist the temptation to sell out to get the perks of Satan. So I don't know if you've heard celebrities talk about this. Like, when they talk about secret societies, they usually talk in code. But one thing for certain is they say that it's very clear that's not in secret is if the Illuminati wants you, they come to you. You don't come to them, and I've experienced that type of thing. Um, I've experienced that type of thing several times in my life for my own experience. Like I've noticed that. I've even gotten invites to the Illuminati online. So every time, just reject. Don't even answer. All right. So if you refuse to join, you are blocked in each area. So they will make your life harder for you. They will try to block your income, your contacts, for networking, and your social status. So it seems like to everyone that the chosen one is a failure because it takes us longer to achieve success. It takes us longer to I can't talk. It takes us longer to achieve success because we are blocked on every angle. That's the part that they don't tell you. Whether it's in a job, we have to make a way for ourselves. Satan will use his little puppets to make sure life is very difficult and it's very hard for us to survive. This is his world. Why would he let a person from the Most High Yah succeed easily. And we know that, so we have to maneuver, and God helps us overcome all of these things, but it does take us a lot longer. So in the meantime of us trying to make a way for ourselves, they're like, look at you, oh, you're a failure, you're this, you're that, and people will talk about you and make fun of you until you make it. And when you make it, they have nothing to say and there's nothing they can do about it. That's why they try so hard to stop you. All right. Now, let me check my notes. Okay, so when they do all of this effort, that's another reason too. That's why it's hard for chosen ones to keep jobs, because these people are on your jobs. These are your bosses, your business owners, your managers. So they will make life hard for you. That's why it's very hard for a chosen one to keep a job, which forces us unknowingly. It forces the chosen one to be alone and only depend on the Most High God. God will send kingdom helpers along the way, but for the most part, you are on your own. And with God, we survive. We become self made and self efficient, very powerful individuals, very dangerous individuals to the society as a whole, because they cannot control us. They cannot decide what we do, and they cannot take away from our story. And the best thing is, eventually we surpass these enemies in success and in life in general. We surpass these groups, and then none of it can be attributed to the demonic family or the secret society or society as a whole. That is the best part, because revenge is sweet. Now, the Most High says revenge is His. So, yes, we don't fight like that. We fight by being successful. We fight by moving forward. We fight by healing. We fight by being better. And then we win. In the end, we win. And the best part is, none of them considered our table at that point, because guess what? The Most High brought us through. None of them can take any credit for us making it to where we are. They can't take any credit for saying, hey, I helped this person get there. Because remember, they decided not to help you, they decided to actually cause obstacles for you. So that's the best part. So a lot of times, this is why chosen ones end up leaving the entire family or leaving their hometown and not looking back. It's because those people actually made it harder for them. If they ever told their testimony, they will tell you that their family tried to stop them, tried to destroy them. They will tell you horrible stories that the average person would not have to deal with, and they don't understand. But other than that, I'm going to end it here. So remember, the blackouts, they're difficult. They last a long time, but if when you make it through, you make it through. And like you say, most chosen ones work for God. We don't really have we'll try the work thing for a period of time, but after a while it forces us to work on our own. It forces us to build our own businesses, our own ministries, to use our talents to make income, because the Most High doesn't want us working for them anyway. So I enjoyed getting this out. This is very difficult to talk about, because I know a lot of people don't believe chosen ones. When we talk about these things, they try to make it seem like they can control our story, or they can tell us this doesn't happen, this doesn't happen, this isn't true, but it is true. Want to know how I know it's true? Look at the people in your family that consider themselves the head or the leaders of the family. I bet you they have some type of secret society symbolism on them, some kind of way, whether it's a ring, a pendant, some type of group meeting that they go to. Study your family. You'll know. Study your lineage. You'll find it. All right. I love you guys. Take care. And I hope you listened well. Have a good day. Bye.